Let's talk about the iPhone 8. Wait a second, isn't Apple releasing two other iPhones this year called the 7S and 7S Plus? I haven't made a single video about those phones yet. I think it's about time we should. Forget about the iPhone 8 for a second because all the videos been iPhone 8, iPhone 8, iPhone 8, iPhone 8. Everybody's been making videos about the iPhone 8. It's now time to talk about the little elephant in the room, the 7S and the 7S Plus. As I said before, Apple's gonna release 3 brand new iPhones. The iPhone 8, not gonna be called that. iPhone edition, that's what I think it's gonna be called, but we still have to call iPhone 8. So iPhone 8, iPhone 7S, and iPhone 7S Plus. All the attention is on that iPhone 8 because of that beautiful edge-to-edge display. I'll admit it too, my attention's on that phone because it's a brand new redesign that doesn't happen every single year from Apple. So it's special. If I had the choice to get any iPhone this year, I would choose the special iPhone 8. Beautiful edge-to-edge display, wireless charging, Face ID, 3D sensors on the front and back, improved cameras, A11 Fusion chip, improved water resistance. The iPhone 8 is gonna be special. That phone could have the largest body to screen ratio out of any phone ever produced. That screen is almost covering the whole front of the phone. That phone's special. Let's stop talking about it right there. Let's get into the non-hype iPhone 7S and 7S Plus. Last year, Apple released the iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus with the 2 cameras. The iPhone 7S and 7S Plus are gonna take away from the iPhone 7's design. It's gonna be exact to the T, but with some minor differences. Kind of like how the 7 is a little bit different from the 6S. It's kind of gonna be like that. The 7S is going to be a little bit different from the 7. First of all, the 7S is going to have a glass back. The 7S is going to have a glass back to allow for wireless charging. And it looks better. One of my favorite iPhone designs ever is the iPhone 4. If you have the iPhone 4 in black with that beautiful glass panel on the back, the iPhone's gorgeous. And the 7S is going to be in a large version of that. It's going to have glass in the back to allow for wireless charging. Because wireless charging is an important part of the future for Apple. Because to take away all the ports on the iPhone, you have to get wireless charging somehow. And all 3 phones of this year are gonna have wireless charging. This is gonna be the main feature for the 7S. Just like water resistance was for the 7, wireless charging is gonna be for the 7S. The regular 7S is still gonna have that one single shooter, and the 7S Plus is still gonna have that dual camera. Apple just can't fit 2 cameras into that small 4.7 form factor. Now let's talk about the price. The price is gonna be the main thing of why people get the 7S instead of the iPhone 8 or edition or whatever. Reports are coming in that the iPhone 8 is gonna cost upwards of $1,100. Maybe it could reach $1,400 maybe, but it's definitely gonna be more than 1,000. So the 7S is gonna be a budget phone for Apple. $650, just like the 7 is. It's gonna come in at the same price as the 7. So that's gonna be a great deal for anyone who wants the newest phone and the newest specs, but not go all out for a phone. The 7S is gonna be that option. What cameras are the iPhone 7S gonna have? The iPhone 7 has a 7 megapixel front facing camera and a 12 megapixel rear facing camera. Especially with the iPhone 7 Plus, those rear camera shots are top notch. But with the 7S, they're gonna make it better. Apple's upgrading everything this time. Let's talk about the front facing camera. Apple's gonna upgrade the camera from 7 megapixels to 9 or 10 megapixels. This allows for something I'll say in about 30 seconds. So Apple's gonna upgrade the megapixels from 7 to 9, 10, maybe 12. We don't know the exact megapixels, but Apple's upgrading it. This allows for clear photos and something else very special. Let's talk about the rear camera. Apple's gonna keep the exact same megapixels as the iPhone 7, 12 megapixels. Great, no complaints there. It's still gonna look great. But what Apple's gonna do is lower the aperture. The lower the aperture, the better low light photos are gonna be. The iPhone 7 has a 1.8 aperture, but the 7S is gonna have a 1.7 aperture. This just allows for better low light photos and videos. That's all great, but then Apple's gonna put this huge hammer in the keynote I'm expecting and say all 2 cameras are gonna have 4K at 60 frames a second. This video is at 1080p at 60 frames a second. That's why it's so smooth. That's why I see everything I'm doing nice and clear. But if the 7S and 7S Plus are capable of 4K at 60, that's impressive. No phone has ever achieved that before, especially on the front facing camera. That's a high requested feature that Apple's gonna achieve. That's amazing. The iPhone 7S, 7S Plus are gonna come with the A11 Fusion chip. That A11 Fusion chip is very, very fast. It's capable of 4K at 60. That's how powerful that chip is. It's a new 10 nanometer processor, so it's is going to be nice and small to fit in the iPhone to allow for a bigger and better battery. So battery is going to be top notch in the 7S and 7S Plus. Better than the previous generations for sure. I wonder which phone's going to be better at battery life. The iPhone 7S or the iPhone 8? That's a question that is not going to be answered until the keynote. The iPhone 7S is going to come with the same exact displays as the iPhone 7. So 4.7 for the smaller version and 5.5 for the Plus version. Two other features that could come with 7S is improved water resistance. The iPhone 7 already has IP67, which was a surprise Apple did, but Apple might upgrade that to IP68 to match the Apple Watch, which I'm not wearing right now. IP68 water resistance can mean you could take it in the shower, in the pool, in the ocean, without you worrying about, is the iPhone gonna die? As long as it's not cracked, you could take it in the water perfectly fine with IP68. The iPhone 7S and iPhone 8 are rumored to have that. The one last feature the iPhone 7S is rumored to have is fast charging. Every other phone has been bragging about this for years, but Apple might be finally adding fast charging. They might add a USB-C cable to Lightning to allow for that fast charging. Lastly, the iPhone 7S is going to come in the exact same colors as the iPhone 7, but maybe with an extra color called blush gold. This blush gold color, that's what the rumors are calling it. It's gonna be called blush gold. And that blush gold color is kind of like a penny. It's kind of like the color of a penny, but put that on the iPhone and you got another color possible for the iPhone 7S. The iPhone 7S is going to be low-key great. Not many people are focused on it, but Apple is still going to come out with that. It's Apple's budget phone of 2017, and I can't wait to see it next month in the September keynote. I'll love your thoughts on the 7S in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.